Hey, everybody. So, I wanted to take a couple minutes to introduce myself and tell you who I am and why it is that I'm doing all these videos and this content, and why is it I believe that it could be valuable for you and why you should listen to it. My name is Savannah Phillips. I grew up in Oregon. I am now have been in the specialty coffee industry for this is my 11th year, and I love it. And the more I learn, the less I know. And it's a very amazing, wonderful community of people that I've very much learned to connect with it over the years and make a network. Like, I'm not very much into networking, and I have a hard time sometimes reaching out to people. So that's part of why I wanted to put the growth of my business, Benchmark Coffee Consulting, on the internet. And I also plan to start a podcast. So I want to I'll talk about that in just a second. So why is it that you should listen to me, and what's my background? So I worked for a wholesale coffee roaster in San Diego for a long time. It was a family business, and I initially wasn't sure I really was in love with it, but I grew from working a farmer's market and being a barista to eventually being working in wholesale and doing training. And I discovered quite quickly that retail, working as a barista, wasn't for me forever. I liked the wholesale environment. I also wanted to learn how to roast, and eventually I became a trainer. So, all of that to say that I what people should expect from this channel is educational content, funny, silly things, anecdotes, pro tips, interviews with other people. I imagine I'll post some of my podcasts will be videos, and I will probably post them here. Let's see here. What makes my expertise valuable is that I have the insider information about like what it is to grow a business. I've seen a million people working as a wholesale coffee roaster. I've seen a million people take tons of different approaches to starting a coffee business, whether it's roasting or a retail coffee shop. So there's really great ideas and there's some really bad ideas. And most people don't even write a business plan before they start a business. And I actually want to start a business in a couple of years, like a brick and mortar. But I'm going to take the time to continue continue educating myself and continue writing that like really solid business plan, so I really have an idea of what it is that I'm kind of trying to accomplish and what's my outcome. So my goal with the channel is also really to share other people's stories, people that are known or known within the industry, and what was their kind of journey to getting there, what are their struggles and challenges. What are some of my personal, some of this won't be interview type format. Some of it'll just be me talking. And when I'm doing that, it'll probably be me talking about serious subjects or, more serious subjects within the coffee industry. I'm going to try to stay out of politics as much as humanly possible because I want to run away from that as much as I can. Um, so I really want to focus more on like the coffee and really focus on getting the word out about what, it is hard to grow a business and start from nothing. And I want to share some people who are really early in the process and what are their fears and struggles and everything they're dealing with. And then what are people who have really, their careers have just absolutely exploded and they're just doing so well and they've accomplished so much. And you're like, maybe those people might actually want to talk to me at some point as well. So, currently, I'm in the San Jose area. My husband took a job with Apple. It was kind of a once in a lifetime offer, and we had to take it. So I kind of dropped everything in San Diego, sold a house, and moved a family, and walked away from a business that I had been with for a long time. And that's okay because it's just a new thing I'm doing. I'm still continuing to do consulting for that company in San Diego, who's now owned by a different group, and it's going to soon be named something completely different. But I personally have a pretty solid education background. I'm a licensed Q grader and current standing, and also an AST, which is an authorized SCA trainer for brewing and barista. I have no desire to teach roasting because I feel like that's just such a funnel that I'm not really. I've been a production roaster, but like I'm not a roaster currently, so feel like that's one of those things that is best left to people that are actively practicing to be teaching. So I'm always brewing and I'm always extracting espresso. And so I feel like I can keep my skills up. Although I'm still going to go for my sensory and green coffee professional later this year or next year. And probably not take those together like I did for the intermediate for my SCA training. But I do want to be able to teach more of a variety of courses eventually at either labs or independent centers. So, how can you connect with me? So, I don't have my subscribe button on yet, but I will soon. My Instagram handle is _real, REAL _coffee, spelled with a KOFFIE, just to confuse everybody, _West, WEST. That's my Instagram handle. It's also, you can find me on Facebook. I don't do TikTok. And I'm going to try to do a lot more YouTube and like podcast based content. Also, my email is benchmark.coffee, spelled normal, COFFIE, sorry, dot consulting at gmail.com. So that's benchmark coffee consulting at gmail.com. That's my business email, and feel free to connect with me directly there. I really look forward to diving into a lot of different topics within the coffee industry, and really just want to introduce myself. I mean, I've been drinking coffee since I was a kid, basically. I think maybe 11 years old, and it probably stunted my growth, but that's okay. And it was mochas, and it was, I eventually had to work into what good coffee was and understand that through a lot of education and through educational opportunities and experiences like going to Expo and things like that, and the Specialty Coffee Expo, and traveling to Origin and just getting more and more and your feet more and more wet in the industry. So I am very grateful for the platform, for the technology that we have, so that I can come to you virtually. And I have a couple of other clients that we're able to work remotely together. I have basically a full lab in what's supposed to be my dining room in my house that I had to run special extra power to. I had to put my own water system in my house. I'm very serious about what I'm doing with my consulting business. So I look forward to connecting with people in the future. I look forward to releasing a lot more content and just kind of getting my name out there. My name is Savannah Phillips again. My company is Benchmark Coffee Consulting. And I believe it's benchmark.consulting is the email address. It's kind of weird now with the email addresses, but that is the website. So that is the website, and look forward to connecting with you one way or another and seeing you in the future.